What you doing this morning?
Well, I harvested our garlic quite a while ago, and I had it in the greenhouse to dry. And so now I'm just cutting off the stalks. Basically, I'm going to replant most of this. Last fall, I didn't plant as much as I usually do. So this year I'm going to plant a lot more. One year I planted like 200 cloves. So you just break away these cloves and then plant each individual clove. This is really good, strong garlic. We plant long neck garlic up here. I previously already, of course, when the scapes came, I went ahead and got those in the freezer. They're good in soups and stocks. So, so I was very fortunately gifted this purple stripe, although not really purple this year, probably because it was so darn dry. Kind of smaller too this year. But I was gifted the original garlic years ago, and that was my first attempt at garlic. I probably wouldn't have ever tried it otherwise, because if you go through gardening catalogs, they're expensive. So that's all I'm doing, just getting ready to wait for the cool weather and get this planted in one of the gardens this fall.
One thing I haven't done yet this year, I've been neglectful on it, is using my tractor rake to fix this driveway. I shouldn't say fixed, I should just say maintain. I like to maintain. I don't use it that often, mostly for the Kodiak truck. Kind of circles around to come in and out. That's pretty much the only use I have for it, but we want it to look nice. It's got a bunch of grass and crap growing in it now, so we want to make it look nice and kind of dress it up a little bit. So I'm going to get out the tractor, put the rake on it, and spruce it up a little bit. You going to help today? Huh? Yes, you are. Well, you got no rocks. Doggone dog loves rocks. But before we do all of that, I need to go to Harbor Freight today. Why do I need to go to Harbor Freight?
You got a coupon for 25% off of one item.
I forgot about that. We got a coupon, 25% off one item, so yep.
And I get to pick it up this time.
Well, uh-oh. She must have something in mind.
I do.
Uh-oh. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Here's all our pine cones, all harvested at the base of every tree from every critter. Look at that. They're just gnawing away, chomping away at this. It's great. And then we had a heck of a acorn harvest. You can't even walk around these acorn trees without really tripping all over them. I mean, you could literally slip and slide all over the acorns. There's so many of them. And I'm here to tell you, it's one of the deer's favorite foods. It feeds a lot of wildlife. That I can tell you. All you gotta do is look out the back window any time of the day when you're not out here to see that. One thing I also have to do before the first snowflake flies, I want to before then, is clean out my scrap metal container, which is right there. I have some scrap metal in there right now, and it's thrown around in there everywhere, because last winter, in the wintertime, I like to screw around with metal projects and just basically farting around with my welders and stuff, my metal shop right here. So what I like to do is just go back and forth to my scrap container, my metal container, where I keep my scraps. And because it's so cold out, I don't organize it. I just kind of throw it in there, grab it. It's just so cold. So hopefully before it gets too cold, I can rectify that situation where it isn't such a pain in the ass. I emptied the old oil out of this after I used it pretty hard one day and fill it back up with 10W30 All mileage oil. I just use the cheap shit Quaker State. Save me! Save me! Save me!
Whoa. Whoa. Is this kind of fun? Whoa.
Oh, we got the two dogs to go into
Whoa.
Show them how big.
Big.
a snapping turtle. You saw one today?
Yeah.
Yeah. Grape picking day, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not a big fan, but
Oh,
no
they
sense in leaving them go to waste.
Right. They make great jelly. They make great jams.
Yeah. Look at all those grapes in there.
Dad, which one is it?
Here's Dave from Pine Haven,
Yeah.
something.
Homestead.
Pine Haven, Bolts, Minnesota, Homestead. Yeah, something like that. Hey, you doing, baby? What you doing, old doggy? What you doing? Hey, yeah. Old dog and young dogs don't mix, do they? Okay, she never wants to willingly go to Harbor Freight. She never wants, she goes because it kind of shuts me up. That's the reason she goes. But today, she brought it up and she wants to go, so I'm curious. I gotta know what it is. What it is, you want 25% off of one item. What is it?
You'll find out.
The teaser continues.
Cliffhanger.
Harbor Freight. Yeah. Even though I'm excited to go, I'm a little suspicious. Actually, I'm a lot suspicious.
Oh, pressure washer. We need to buy some ATV ramps.
Oh, that. Those are expensive.
No, they're not.
Well, here's a trifold for 140 bucks. Right there.
There's one for 99 bucks there.
Is it
1,000-pound capacity.
where?
500 per ramp.
Yeah.
I'll let you pick them out. You know best.
Harbor Freight. All right. Everybody's headed home. You can see it's the end of a very exciting holiday weekend for all these Minneapolis, St. Paul campers. Headed home. And so am I. Harbor Freight gift to myself in tow. Isn't that nice? We got all the weeds out of here, smoothed it out, got all the ruts out, and we're good for another year. Looks pretty good, boys. What do you think? We got the edges real nice. Looks like a driveway again instead of a yard. And of course, this whole area here, all of this looked exactly like this when I moved in. Every bit of it. And I cleared it all. Me and my Kubota. But yeah. Even having a compact tractor around the homestead sure makes life a lot more enjoyable. I'm done now. I'm done with this portion of my chores. Okay, everything's so nice and organized now. It's not a lot of debris laying around. All the leaves are gone, all the dirt. It feels so fresh again. And we have a new start. Hey, you guys, I'll see you on the next one. God bless. The rains are coming, or else I would do more, like grass cutting and weed whipping. But I can't, because it's gonna rain. Heck yeah. Yeah, it has been raining. Look at all the water. Yeah, Snoopy loves it. Oh, you like that water? Okay, the Harbor Freight thing, what was that all about? What happened? I'll have to explain this to you. I ended up getting this. It was 200 bucks, 100 and a lot. I don't have the receipt handy, but it was 200 bucks basically. It's one of the better ones. It's a Bauer, I think that's how you pronounce it. And it's a grinder that I don't have. I have plenty of grinders, but most of them are this kind. Let me show you. This type, this Ryobi. What you hear outside is a thunder. It's still thunder. Probably expecting more rain. Anyway, it's like this. I got several of these. But I thought that I would also, along with being a diesel mechanic and a scuba diver, I thought I'd also like to be a knife maker. I think I'm going to get some type of, what do you call that? You know, where you put your metal in the fire and it melts it? Yeah, that kind of crap. You know, you can buy those all day long. The propane-filled type of cylinder that you put your metal in, you light it up, it melts it. You know, I don't know nothing about it yet, but I do know you need something like this to sharpen that knife with. That I do know. I watch YouTube, yeah. So I didn't have anything like this. I thought, what a great opportunity this would be to put this in my repertoire, since we did not need what Candy originally went to purchase. And she was going to do it as a surprise. Boy, did she get a surprise. Yeah. I know what you're thinking. All men are cons. They're just con men. That's all we do is con people. Well, no. Yeah. Actually, no. On this particular one, Candy wanted to buy some ATV ramps, because we're sending our dually, our old diesel truck to Seattle, because we don't need it anymore, and my daughter needs it, you know, because she's got a camper and she don't have any way to pull it around with. She actually had to hire somebody to move a camper around her property. So being as I don't use that diesel dually that much, hardly ever, we're sending it home with her. She's her husband's coming for a visit, and then he's just going to drive it home. And we're also going to send that ATV I've been bragging about that belongs to Caleb now. We're going to send that with the truck. So Candy was going to buy some ramps so they could load the ATV up into the truck because we don't have any ramps. But I already had that covered. She didn't need to, yeah, she was just going to do a good deed, but I had already got that covered. She didn't know. Whenever I think about selling stuff, because it's in the way, I just don't use it no more. Generally speaking, I usually just hold on to it because I always end up using it sooner or later. Look at that sky. It's still pretty dark. Trash man. Anyway, one thing we also don't use, Candy didn't know any of this stuff. I was just, like in the back of my head, I had it sort of figured out and planned. So we'll just send this trailer with the ATV on it. I don't ever use this trailer. You know, they have a 5-acre homestead there, and they have, like we used to have, they have goats and chickens and gardens and all that stuff. They got everything, all that stuff. They don't have a YouTube channel though. That they don't have, okay? So I was gonna send this home with them, put the ATV on it. That way we could send a whole lot more crap that I don't use that they could use with them. And so we don't get out there that often. I've only been out there twice, and yeah, once that was worth the crap. The first time not so much because we were kind of in a hurry. But we're gonna try to get out there every year, and I sort of kind of have a plan for that too. You'll see. That's all I can say. You'll see. Anyway, it's been a very productive day. We got a lot done. And once again, thanks for watching. I can't wait till Caleb gets here. Won't be long now. I think it's this week. This week. Yeah, you'll get to see a lot of him. Yeah, buddy. Now, I am always thinking ahead. Guys, always thinking in advance. Now that ATV that we're sending to Seattle with my grandson had the winch on it. And that's the only real reason I really kept the ATV around and didn't like get rid of it sooner, was because I use it quite a bit for other things. Well, you saw one time I used it for what it was for, to get me unstuck. But most of the time I use it to get things done around the homestead. And so I just got me a little $40 stationary winch, which should work just as good in the future. I may fancy up the shop a little bit more because Harbor Freight has something I wanted, but they won't have it in stock for several months still. We'll keep you informed. Yeah, this is pretty badass. You'll see. When your wife planned on spending money you didn't know you had.